Okay, guys, I am really struggling. I've recorded this bit like 3 or 4 times. I keep messing up. I'm starting it over. We're back again. The third time today. I've recorded 3 episodes on the save because I want to get to this episode, the transfer special end of season review. Let's go ahead and get into it. It took me It took me forever to find this because I accidentally exited out on one of the times. Let's click the right button. Really? That's not the season review, game. Okay, no season review. I did go over nothing crazy. Stipe won every single thing. I do apologize. It's kind of odd. Yeah, it wasn't much different really than what we usually see. So club vision and expectation. They want us to develop players using the club's youth system. Good with that. Play attacking football, entertaining football, high tempo pressing football. Good with that. They want us to maintain the club status as the most reputable team, work within the payroll, sign players to sell for a profit, minimum 2-year contracts for the players. They want us to win a domestic cup. They want us to win the league next year. So required to win the league. And they want us to reach the group stage of the conference league minimum. Big things are coming this season. We'll accept that. Yep, we'll do that in a minute. Okay. Well, you guys know who I'm going to vote for. Can't vote for myself. Okay, let's vote for the person with the lowest winning ratio. Yazdi Aboukis. There you go, bud. Hope you enjoy it. End of season review, or end of season thing. So what do they want us to do in the cup? Does it say anything about the cup? It doesn't say a damn thing about the cup, so they don't care. So group stage and win the league. That's what our plans are, okay? Yep, the season, where is it? I think we can win the title, no. I'm struggling to find it. Where would it be? Can challenge for the title. Well, I guess it's that one. Okay. Hell yeah, we can win the title. That's exactly what I was hoping for. Ladder stages? Okay. Sorry. Back it down. Back it down. Sorry about that. Didn't know that. Yeah, that's exactly the overall thing. Hey, once we return, we'll do promises. Thanks, everybody. Enjoy your time off. Maximum, go to hell. Don't care about what you want. You're not even a real player on this team. So we set the new record for average attendance. Okay. And then our best overall 11. I mean, it's Glazer playing as a center back. I mean, he could kind of do it, I guess. Dude can play anywhere, really. Yeah, so there we go. I don't really care about this kind of stuff. We are going to skim through like one day, right? We want to go through forward one day to see if we get our budgets. I really hope we do. Okay, we haven't. I haven't got our budget yet. So what we will do, okay. So something I think we need to go over, right? We need to add depth to this side. The crazy thing about Daniel, he is this. I think he's the Israeli goalkeeper, right? I know he only has 2 caps right now, but I think he's been their national team goalkeeper over the past couple of times. Okay, maybe not. Maybe it's you. I do apologize. He was on this though. There he is, Daniel. Giraffi's on there as well. I think we're fine with Daniel at goal. Like I mentioned, I think some of our players' star ratings are bumping these guys down. I believe he is a solid. Yeah, he's a leading Tel Aviv stock exchange goalkeeper. So definitely a really good goalkeeper. So I'm not really worried about that. That being said, we need to address something. We've got to get a backup striker, whether it be a foreign player or a Israeli player. Got to get a backup striker. I would like to either get a right back or a center mid. Right? If we get a center mid, Daniel Glazer will move down, or Dan Glazer will move down as our first choice right back. I still wouldn't mind adding another right back because we've only got 2 because Shalata's contract's expiring. Left back, I feel pretty comfortable with Chris and Sabort. I feel we could add another youngster in that group. That would be nice. Center back, we're actually really good. Chris, Ranko, or Balorian, happy with that. The midfield players, I'm happy with. I'm happy with a lot of these guys. Right wing, I feel like we just need to add some depth, right? And I don't know how much room we'll have because I don't want to create like a massive squad. We've got a couple of contracts that are expiring this offseason. So your contract is expiring. You're a center mid. Don't really care. You're also retiring. Shalata, a right wing player. I would really like to replace him. Or I wouldn't mind bringing in another backup goalkeeper that's a youngster. I think that would help out the squad. Dismas, his contract is expiring as well, and he's kind of a center mid player as well. I think we can add some players with these guys that we let go and hopefully rebuild a little bit. But players that I'm interested in selling, I didn't mean to click that off. Kuwas, I would really like to sell Kuwas. How do you feel about being transfer listed, sir? Okay. Kuwas is transfer listed. There's another guy I thought. Okay, they're down here. I would really like to get a Israeli backup goalkeeper instead of the foreign limit there. Dismas, his contract is expiring at the end of the season, so we don't have to worry about that. Sabort, he's Israeli, so that's good news. But we've got a lot of players that are wanted by clubs. Elmke's wanted by a whole slew of clubs. Or is it actually major stuff though? Two of them's major, so it is a little bit nervous with that. Stipe, I know, was wanted by a whole slew of clubs as well. Definitely still is. I think it might be hard for him to us to keep on to him if some of these clubs come in for him, which is unfortunate. Ranko, I like Ranko. I mean, Ranko done okay. I thought he was a decent player. He's wanted by a whole slew of clubs as well. Not really a whole slew, but some clubs, and major interest in one of those. Or Balorian, I would really like to hang on, right? Because he is Israeli. Hansen's, I would really like to hang on. He's Israeli. Almog, not wanted. Gabby is wanted by a whole slew of clubs as well. That's scary. Yeah, we've got a lot of guys that potentially could be leaving. But I've already done some business, guys. Done some business. And real talk, I'm happy with one of them. Like, so happy. Let me know down in the comments who you think it is. You know, I think that'd be fun. Obviously, don't post it if you know who it is. Don't go to the part where we bring him in and then say it. But guess, put your guess in now. Let me know who you're guessing. I'm really excited about it. But let's go forward back into the game. One more day. See if we can get these budgets. Let's see if we can get them. Scouting budgets come in. Okay, 213 per year. I'll mess with that off screen. Okay. Not a ton. A little bit disappointing. So payroll of 10 mil and a transfer budget of 9.73. Jesus Murphy. Jesus Murphy. We got so much money. Wait one damn minute. Is the season? Let's go one more day. One more day, okay? I want this off the screen. I don't want that on the screen when we do this. We're about to ask for a coaching badge. We're going to ask for one. Okay, I'll deal with you guys in a minute. Get out of here. Go away. Bye-bye. We're still on the same day, apparently. Just take your time. No hurry, game. This is what I go through. This is why transfer specials take so long on Journeyman. On the Journeyman save for me. Okay, so the next time after this simulation is over, we're asking for a coaching badge, okay? We're asking for one. I'll turn myself on. That way we can see a reaction. Okay, come on, game. Give me a coaching badge. Dear God, I need a coaching badge. I want a coaching badge, okay? Sometime. You know. There we go. Okay, here we go. Let's take a look at ourselves to start with. We do have a Continental C license at a 2.5-star manager. Really excited about what we look like. We're coming along strong for just our third club. I feel like pretty good attribute wise. I can't remember how this stuff goes. We just can't. I tell you one thing. Don't let us train your goalkeepers because we cannot do it. Are we ready? Are we ready? Personal. Okay, that didn't look good, did it? Hey, there we go. Continental B, 6 months. Excited about that. They didn't even argue. Like, we didn't even have to discuss it with them. What is happening in this Journeyman? We talk about being very busy. That's what I have been. We've done some transfers, taking a look at the transfer history. I'm really excited about it. Let's not go there. Let's do it this other way. We brought in 3 new signings already, and I've hyped up one of them big time already. We've already seen him. It's Michael. He's joined the club. He's a 3.5-star player right now, 5-star potential center mid. Really excited to bring him back in the club. I think he's a guy that can definitely be a guy that can follow us around a little bit. He's a solid player, and he's going to be really, really good. And then, hold on, I'm doing something right here. Doing a little bit of training, okay? A right back option, Barak Sharabi, a 2.5-star player, 4-star potential right back option. Going to slot in behind Glazer. I think he can do a really good job for us. And then, as is, a right wing option that looks pretty solid. Brought in some youth, some players that we can use in the future. I mean, obviously, we're not going to be here a super long time, but some guys that can develop at the club. I think we've got some good ones, my dudes. I think we got some good ones. In terms of players that have left the club, though, quite a few have left. Dismas, he was a player we never used. We just basically gave him up to get rid of him off the salary a little bit quicker. Don't know who this guy is. I don't remember that. Who are you? Hold on. Why have the people that I sold not? Why are they not on this list? Is it future transfers that have left? It's future transfers. Okay. When are you leaving? So you should be leaving to pretty soon. Kuwas, we've sold him. Got him off the salary. He was a massive contract, $500K. And then our backup goalkeeper has went to Den Haag, basically clearing up another foreign limit spot. So excited to be clearing up some foreign limit spots. And that being said, how many foreign players do we have? So we have 1, 2, 3. We've got 3, and we can potentially register up to 6. So that's good. I am trying to get rid of some of these guys to our affiliate club. Some guys that came back from loan. Owen Fallock, he was a guy that was out on loan last year. Trying to send him back to the affiliate. Glenn Golan, Ken Golan, I'm guessing. Trying to send him out. Oriole, trying to send him out to the affiliate, and then trying to send out another youngster that we have on loan as well. Just some guys that I don't really plan on using. So that being said, those guys are probably going to be leaving the club pretty soon. The squad itself, it looks pretty damn good if we hang on to everybody. That's going to be the real question, though, if we can hang on to everybody. There's still some needs in this side, okay? I've wrote up a spreadsheet that's going to help me out a little bit on this in terms of where people are going to be playing next season. We still need to get a striker. I'd like to get 2 goalkeepers, a backup, and maybe a youngster, and then a left back as well. Looking pretty thin at left back. Up top, we're going to have Stipe playing there. That's really the only striker that I've got listed right now. Obviously, we need to bring a couple of those guys in. I'm looking at one guy right now that would take up a foreign limit spot that I think would be pretty good, but just waiting on some scouting on that. Left wing, it's going to be Almog up top mainly, or on that left-hand side most matches. And then Roisman, I've got him listed as a backup there. Can play on that left-hand side. He is a winger, but I think we can play him as an inverted winger as well. If you look at him, he's a decent level at this league, so I think that's pretty good at a 2-star player. It's kind of what we've talked about, as well as our star ratings are so much higher than the rest of the league. So that's good. And then a guy that we played a little bit last year, Levy, a 2.5-star player, 2.5-star potential, going to be on that left-hand side as well. As a backup option, I think they're going to do a pretty good job. And then on the number 10, it's changed up a little bit. Gabby is going to be our new number 10. Glue is going to be behind him. And then Sasan, who we had at Ashdod, he is back from loan. He's going to be our third choice. He's a 2-star player. It says he's a standard for that league, but I think as a third choice number 10, he'll be pretty good. And then right wing, we got Hansens, who's going to be there again. Maximum, the mustache, is going to be playing over there. And then one of the youngsters that I brought in, he's going to be playing over there as well. Aziz, excited to have that side played out there a little bit. So we're looking good right there. Across the attack there on the left-hand side, in the middle, and the right-hand side look really good. I'm excited about what we've got. The midfield, we've done a little bit of overhaul on. And we're going to be playing some players that we played some last season that was some youngsters, but playing them a little bit more. Michael will obviously be starting, and Elmke's starting as well. Behind them, though, we got, what is his name? Salush. He's going to be playing. We've used him some. I think he can do a decent job for us over there. And then I think we used this guy as well. I think we did. Rahami. Another center mid option that we got. He wants to be a center back, but he's a little bit too short and not good in the air, so we're going to be playing him in the center mid as a backup option there. So I think we're looking pretty good there. So we got Elmke's, Michael, Salus, Glazier can play there. I think we're good right there. I think we're really good. Left back, as mentioned, we need to get another backup there. I'd like to get a youngster in on that side. In the center back situation, we've got 3 right now, so you could honestly say we need it. We could probably add another youngster, so I'm gonna write that down just as a little bit of a help. Hey, help me out a little bit. We got Renko and Chris. They're going to be playing there mainly, or not mainly. They're going to be Renko and Blorian are going to be our 2 starting guys mainly. Chris is going to be a backup option because we will be playing him on that left-hand side a little bit. And then a newcomer that was out on loan is Rodham. He's going to be playing 2-star player, 3.5-star potential. As I mentioned, he's a standard player for the league below us, but as a 3rd, 4th choice, I'm excited about that. I think that'll be okay. Good for him to develop in our league. Right back, hey, we have overhauled right back. We had a guy out on loan that I think can actually do pretty good and help us out. Up first, though, Glazer's going to be starting. The newcomer, Sharibi, is going to be behind him. Tomer behind him. And then the guy that was on loan is Ben Heim. More of a defensive-minded guy. I think he's going to be pretty good, though. I'm actually really impressed by his physical or his attributes. His heading's a little bit low, but as a wingback on support, I'm not that worried about it. His dribbling's a little bit low if we do that. But hey, he's going to be a 4th choice. You know, it's not a huge deal. I just really don't want to send him out on loan. I think he's good enough to play for us this season. And then in goalkeep, as I mentioned, we've got to do some work. Daniel is back there. I know you see a 2.5-star player, but what I see is a leading league player. So that's going to work. We're going to be fine on that. As I mentioned, I found a striker that I'm interested in signing. I just want to get a little bit more done on scouting on him. So that being said, I'm not making a move just yet on him, but I do think he will be a very, very solid player for us. We've got to add another left back. We've got to add some backup goalkeeps and then a backup center back. So we're looking good. You know, we're still very early on. It's June 1st. The league doesn't start till way later on. So no worries there. It hadn't even kicked over yet, and we've already done a good bit of work. I'm excited about what we brought in. I'm really excited to have Michael back at the club. I think he's going to be a solid player for us. A really good player, actually. I think it's massive that we got him for so cheap. I'm glad that we had that release clause in his contract because that did help us out. We purchased him at Ashdod for $450K. They sold him for 1.2. Made a little bit of a profit. Happy about that, though. And just get rid of some of these guys that's taking up roster spots that have been sold and guys that we're trying to send out on loan, and it'll look a little bit better. It won't be as massive, but I do want to bring in a couple more players to fill out the side, and I think that would be freaking awesome, my dudes. Well, I have spent some money on some players, and I'm excited about what we have brought in. Up first, we're going to go over the big spender here. We brought this guy in because he's Israeli. We did spend too much money on him. I'm aware of that, but I do think he can do a good job for us. Probably be our 3rd choice center back, and that is the Don here, a 1.3 transfer fee for a 2.5-star player, 5-star potential center back option. Looks really solid. I'm excited about him. He's good. His tackling is fan-freaking-tastic. He can get up in the air. His heading, he can get up there. It just kind of depends on what he does with it. He's a pretty big lad, too, at 6'2". Plenty of international appearances. Excited about him. I think he's going to be a solid player for us. Then you remember we mentioned that we was going to bring in a 3rd choice goalkeep. That's a young player. Well, that's what we've done. We brought in Ben Bonanno for $650K from Beitar Jerusalem. That's a 1.5-star player right now, 4.5-star potential. Looks pretty solid as a 3rd choice. I think he's just a future prospect for the club. They really didn't have a backup, a real good young goalkeep, so I'm glad to bring him into the club. And then our backup striker. He's a big lad. Thomas Trulio, I'm guessing. 6 foot. I said he was a big lad. He's pretty good in the air, though. At heading of 17, jumping reach 13, his balance is 17. Going to be a backup pressing forward to Stipe. I think he can definitely do a good job of that. He's a strong player at 2.5 star, 3.5 star potential. I really disagree with this. I think he's a little bit better than this. Just based off of his current ability, because I see absolutely 0 holes in his game. His teamwork could be up just a little bit, but I'm excited about him. He's 19 years old, plenty of international success at the under-20s. I think he's going to be a solid player. We got the email in talking about the conference league, saying who we was going to play, and it's not like like we didn't have a draw, so it's a either this team or that team. Santa Coloma, they're Andorian. They look pretty poor, really, so pretty good about that. And then College Europea, I guess Europea, I don't know, Gibraltar. So I think we got a pretty good chance of beating these 2 clubs. Excited about that. I haven't found another goal. I have found another goalkeeper. I'm trying to sign him. It's a little bit tough though. Dominique Bay. I mentioned we didn't want to sign a guy that's foreign as a backup goalkeeper, but I think this guy's really, really good. His contract's expiring. We're in for him. Tottenham's in for him. There's a lot of clubs in for him. So maybe we can pull it off. Do we? I don't know. When Tottenham comes running around, it gets a little bit scary. And then I'm scouting a guy, and my scouts just don't like him. And I kind of agree with him a little bit. He's a 2-star player, 3-star potential left back option. That's a young player. I don't like the price of him, to be honest with you guys, though. So I'm not certain on him. Speaking of players that we brought in, I did want to discuss the center back, Dodon. He has been playing in the league. He put out 29 appearances last year for Yehuda Tel Aviv. So I think he can definitely do a good job for us and help out the squad a little bit. But I'm excited with what we've done. You know, we haven't got rid of those guys yet. It hasn't came through. So when they leave, that'll be good news. It'll help out this. I mean, it kind of looks a little big for me right now. And a lot of these guys are new names for me. So yeah, it's definitely going to be a learning curve. I would like to bring in another striker, and I still would like to bring in another left back and potentially another goalkeeper that's actually a backup. I do have my guys scouting for a hot prospect that's a left back, and this is set up for a hot prospect that is a striker as well. So I don't know. Do we find him? I don't know. I do need to do something with this assignment. Get rid of that. Just Israeli. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I just want it to be a hot prospect. I just want to find another striker. Naim has no interest in coming to the club either. Thought about trying to bring him in, but unfortunately for us, I don't see that happening. It's kind of hard looking at the foreign limit spots for me right now with some of these guys that's still here. We know these 2 guys are leaving. That frees up 2 foreign limit spots, but it's kind of also confusing in terms of like. So players under the age of 18 do not have to be registered. So does that mean the foreign guys that I have brought in, like what's his name, the striker? I don't see him on the list. Where are you, sir? What was his name? Tomas something. Tulio? I don't even see him on this team. I still don't see him. Where are you at? Has that not came through yet? I mean, it said it did. Where are you at? Where are you hiding at? Ah, he's on the other team. Okay. Move you to the senior squad. I want you on my team, bud. I brought you in to play you. So what does that mean about him? Where is he at? So he doesn't need to be registered. So that's awesome. So I can just load up on a bunch of 119-year-olds that are foreign and just let the other manager who comes in after me worry about it. But yeah, I think we've done good. I really do. I'm excited about what the future holds at this club. The preseason is right around the corner. So that being said, it's about to start picking up a little bit more, I think. We still got to find a couple more players, though. And hopefully this backup goalkeeper comes in for us because he would be huge, I think. Well, we done some more business, and one of them was a surprise. We sold Daniel for $500K. I thought, hey, maybe we could get a better backup or better goalkeeper than him, and we did. We spent some money. Dorde Petrovic, we bring in for $2 million. He's a 3.5-star goalkeeper, a 4-star potential. I think he's going to be a really good player. He looks really solid. Sweeper, keeper, defend. I'm excited to see what he can do to this club. At only 25, I think there's a lot of room for improvement for him. He's just not a leader. That's really his only weakness. I do think he's going to be good for us. Then we brought up our backup goalkeeper, Dor Hevron, Israeli 2-star player, 3.5-star potential. Purchased him for $200K, a little bit more than what I wanted, but I really wanted to find a Israeli backup, and I think he was the best I could really find. So yeah, we've signed him. Welcome to the club. You 2 new guys. We're still looking for a left back. I have brought one guy on trial, Frederick Opegard. I'm leaning toward signing him, honestly. He looks pretty solid. He's going to take up a foreign spot. That's the only issue, but I do think he can definitely serve a role for us. It says that he's either a good player for most of our sides or a leading potential player for our league. So good news there. I am scouting another player, and that being Alejandro Martinez. I mean, we're waiting on a lot of scouting stuff for him. He could be an expensive guy. So I'm leaning more toward the other guy just because of that. And yeah, I'm not sure what else we'll do really. I think the side's looking fairly well. I mean, our weakest players are guys that we don't really plan on playing a lot, like Rodham Grama. I don't think we're going to play him a ton. Door, we're not going to play a ton. Oz, we may play Oz a little bit. We may want to add a left wing player, but Oz is still he fits. He's a leading player for the league below us. Jesus, Murphy, can I not talk? So I mean, as a third choice, like yeah, that's totally fine. I believe he was our third choice, anyways. Let me pull up my screen. And Levy was the other one. So maybe a left wing player, but Levy is a good league player. So I don't really see a point in it. We have had to fend off offers though, ridiculously. Dan Glazer was wanted by Parma. He didn't want to go. So surprisingly there, that worked out. Ranko, somebody came in for a bid for him. We declined it. It was kind of one of those things like, hey, I kind of want to talk to him, but not enough to make a big deal about it. Elmke's, we promised 5.25 if somebody comes in for him because we did have to decline an offer. Gabby, somebody came in for him, Crystal Palace, but he didn't want to join the club. Hansens has been wanted by multiple clubs. Luckily, we've been able to defend that off. But Stipe, he was wanted. We promised 5.75 for him. So if we can hang on to these guys, I don't see a lot being done. I really don't. I think we're close to being done with the transfer special. We do have a couple friendlies, and then we have our Europa Conference League before the league kicks off. It's late, okay? Don't judge me. I'm struggling right now. I'm usually in bed by now, but I'm having a lot of fun doing this. So that being said, the side is looking really, really well. I've got to update my spreadsheet, so you got to give me some respect on that. We're scouting for a future prospect as a striker, but we got Stipe up top, and we've got Tomas Trulio as our backup guys. I didn't mean to click that. Jesus Christ. So I think that'll be fine. Almog can play there. Glue can play there as well. Left-hand side, as we mentioned before, Gabby. We got the two other guys that we mentioned, Roisman and Levy, who I think can be solid depth pieces for us there. In the middle, we got, who was it in the middle? It was Gabby in the middle. I do apologize. We've got Almog on the left-hand side with Levy and Roisman. I don't know his name. Roisman. In the middle, we got Gabby and Glue and Sasan. Right-hand side, we're going to have Hansits, Maxim, and Aziz, the new player that we purchased in. Midfield looks fine. We've discussed it. Nothing has really changed there. Left back, I think we got to add one more player there. In the center back situation, though, we've got some depth there now. I feel pretty damn good there. And right back, we look solid as well with the depth that we got there. And then in the goalkeep, I'm happy with what we've got. Honestly, I think we look pretty solid there. So yeah, I don't see a lot being done. Maybe a left back, maybe another striker, and that would probably be it. If the striker could play on the left-hand side, that would be fan-freaking-tastic, my dudes. But, yeah, we may not have much else coming up. I don't know. Well, I believe our time is coming to an end. But before we get out, we've got a little bit of business to discuss. And first off, it's the Europa Conference League third qualifying round draw today. Let's get into it. Just automatic draw. That's way too many. Just draw all teams. I'm just do it that way. If we get past Santa Coloma, we go up against AGF, who look to be a pretty good side. Just based off of this information right here, it should be a tough match. Hopefully we get away with a victory there. But I think, like I said, I think we're about done. In the next episode, I think we're actually going to play 3 matches instead of just 2. We're going to play the 2 second qualifying round matchups, then go up against Maccabi Haifa in the Toto Cup European Places playoff. It's confusing. I understand. I agree. I don't still understand the Toto Cup fully, but we did make one signing right now, and it's a youngster that we paid a little bit too much more money for because he's Israeli, but a left back, a 2-star player, 3-star potential. Just a guy that looks solid all around. He's got decent work rate. He's going to be a third choice left back. I think it'll work out for us, but I am scouting one more player that I would like to bring into the club. I think it's Breton Fogu. We're still scouting, so obviously this could not go through, but I do like that he can play on the left-hand side and up top. That's kind of what I want. I do think he can do a good job for us. Just don't know if we'll get it done. You know, it's a close one, I think. I think we could probably do better, but we really don't need to do a ton better. It's one of those situations of he's got a decent transfer value. I think he's got decent quality as well. And yeah, we just don't want to upset anybody that we got on the squad right now. We're still fighting off offers right now. And that being said, Dan Glazer, Parma came back for him. We was able to decline that. Ranko, Crystal Palace, I know came in. Somebody else did too. Gabby's been wanted by a couple clubs, but he doesn't really care about leaving. Hansen's has been wanted by quite a few clubs, but nobody comes in for that $2 million fee that we want. And yeah, I think we're good. Before we get out though, let us take a look at the season preview. I'm hoping that we're projected to finish first. We are, and we dominate. We absolutely dominate the Media Dream 11. That is amazing. I am thrilled with that, and hopefully you guys are too. But make sure to be back for tomorrow. European football is on the line. Hopefully we get a win. Well, there we have it. Another transfer special finished. If you enjoyed this one, leave a thumbs up, subscribe, hit that notification bell, leave a comment down below, and as always, my dudes, thank you for watching.